The jack-o'-lantern. Skeleton Groundbreaker.
Gosh!
On the same day!
On the same day!
Opposite! Why? Again! Again! Home Depot, we have the full front leaks and demos of everything. Thanks to LMJ Halloween for randomly attending the event and filming everything. Credit to them in the description. Thank you for this. But guys, let's get into literally every single demo, right? I think there's only... Okay, there's only one Christmas, and it's the Christmas Snowman, which is he's actually the first one. The scary snowman.
Creepy Christmas.
What do you guys think about the spooky snowman? He's peak. I think he's really good. He's really sick.
I think that's the best creepy Christmas prop that we've had so far.
I could agree with that. Like, I really like his face as well, and like, he's got just like the standard like, you know, like arms go up and side to side head. So it's cool enough. It's cool enough.
Classic off the top of it.
Classic off the top. The next one we got is the pumpkin with the super long spaghetti hair.
Lame. Mid.
It's all right. Like it's okay for $100. It's just whatever.
It's still lame.
Yeah, it's still kind of lame. He's all right. And then next we have the Ogre, which is crazy. He goes hard.
I love the animation.
I don't know. We found out is he actually a color change guy, not in a bad way, but like.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like it that much, but it's interesting.
It's an interesting touch. It's interesting. I did not expect that.
I assume it's when he gets angry or something that he turns.
Yeah.
I think he looks really good. I wish I had a use for this prop.
Same. Yeah.
And the animation is great. I think it's a good Carnival Carl reskin.
Yeah, it's Carnival Carl, same movement, same reskin, and he's also latex with the moving mouth, as you can see, and also on his arms, you can kind of see that it looks kind of like leather, like his arms connecting to like the clothes. I'm not sure if you guys see that as well, but the witches are so mid. They just move their mouth and stir. Wow, such a classic innovation. Yeah.
People thought I was gonna be Servo. It's funny.
It looked kind of Servo at first, and then it's just generic SVI duo witch that we've seen.
Every year we had the same exact prop, just reskin.
But like this year, Depot was like pushing the boundary, so I thought it was gonna be different.
Yeah,
but no.
That's one thing that stayed the same in the last 10 years. The culture witches just don't evolve. Exactly the same every single year.
So
the Leprechaun.
No, 50-foot scarecrow's next.
They
didn't do a demo of him, but you can see him in the close-up view. The only thing that's kind of weird about him that I did not realize that he's like a white pumpkin.
He's peak. Best prop of the year.
He's still like a probably my favorite at Home Depot, but I didn't expect him to be like white.
I just really like the tree like this.
Dare I say the best prop of all time?
I mean, I gotta see it IRL to determine that. I gotta see it IRL. I would say it's like probably it's a top 3 giant immediately, but I gotta see it IRL.
I think it's the best giant so far.
I'm just gonna wait till I see him IRL and I'll be like, okay, yeah, he's the best. But I mean, he's kind of still static here. He's in lights only mode, but he looks really cool. And then next after that, we actually got the Leprechaun.
Peak.
The Leprechaun.
Not my style prop, but it's cool.
Make it your style prop then.
No, I don't. Okay, maybe not like
I hate Irish people.
Maybe not peak in general, but it's like really good.
It's really cool. I think just overall the character is what sells it. He's got like, you know, arm going up movement and mouth moving and head movement, but he looks really cool.
I'm glad they're attempting to do other holiday props.
Yeah.
I think his animation's perfectly serviceable. Like it's I don't think they should do anything else. I think that's
yeah, it does literally what I thought it would. It doesn't really need anything else. All right, and then next up we got the Plague Doctor, which is actually, honestly, he might be the best they've done easily. He's really cool.
Some people are actually hating on this thing. I was
surprised. No, I think it looks better like Lord Raven and the last year one. I mean, it's not like classic Plague Doctor like the last year one, but I think this one is more like visually appealing.
And if you like the Beastcraft one, you like this guy.
Yeah, that's what I really like, the Beastcraft one, the giant one too. Yeah. So this one really appeals to me.
It's definitely taken inspo from that.
The Home Depot.
The bat to the bone, gear shifter, skull staff.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
Down.
That's the only weird part. That's the only like weird part is the staff is like.
I guess it's supposed to be steampunk. But...
Yeah, but overall, I think he's still like. He's really cool. I think he's the best Plague Doctor they've done.
Like last one was fine, but I think it has some issues. I think this one is more more perfected. Maybe not perfect, but more perfected.
For sure, for sure. Alright, then we have the Plague Doctor again inside, but we're gonna skip that and go immediately to the demos we have seen. We have seen the clown, and his head, you know, shoots up. He is definitely one of my favorites of this year. And then the bunny, unfortunately, is still not working, which kind of sucks. He kind of just is like on lights only mode right now.
Some things are just not like fully turned on.
Yeah, so
like the clown too, like he's not fully set up there because in some other photos we can see his hair and eyes lighting up.
and I think he has mouth movement too.
Yeah, we're pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure he's mouth movement, so that's not turned on. But overall, I mean, we can see like most of what he did, and he's honestly one of my favorites. He's up there. And then hopefully the bunny, I still want the bunny to have like snarling or like moving eyes or something, but we'll see. We'll see. It looks really cool. And then next up we actually got Tiffany demo finally, and she is actually really cool. She looks
awesome. Tiffany and Chucky are both still peak.
Tiffany and Chucky, we get like a super up close view of Chucky here, and his face is like, it's genuinely like almost perfect to the movie. It's crazy how accurate it is.
This is as good as you're gonna get for an animatronic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like I see why some people prefer last year's Chucky, but I think I like this one better.
I like both, but
this one's a lot better.
Last year's is bad compared to this.
I just prefer the more scarred up Chucky. I think this one's is fine to me. I like both obviously, but I think this one is.
But it literally looks
more
like
my taste.
Once again, one of my issues with the other Chucky is that he doesn't look like more to the movie. He looks more like the show and looks a bit off. This one looks straight up like it's from Bride of Chucky.
That's what I really like. Preference. So if you like some movies more than
because the original looks more like just classic.
But yeah, I like the first Child Play 3, like 1 and 2 and 3 more than Bride of Chucky. But I think Bride of Chucky looks cooler, if it makes sense. It's not just like the movie.
It cannot be better.
Yeah, Tiffany is like perfect. Like for the only like weird thing is the neck still. Hopefully that's just like this one.
That's the collar.
Oh no, you can see the under the like choker collar thing. Like you can kind of see, you can still see like a little like gap in where the head and body meet. But she's still really cool. She has the wrist movement along with Chucky, moving eyes, moving servo head and mouth. Overall, pretty peak. None of them have the cheek movement from last year though, which I'm kind of happy they don't.
I saw some people complaining about that, so maybe that's why they took it away.
It's not a big deal because I honestly thought it kind of looked awkward because like it would scrunch up their face like that and just look kind of odd. I think it looks clean, just like with.
I'm a fan of it, but yeah, it's again just personal preference.
They're already like, cause like think about it, they're dolls. I don't think they're really doing that unless it's like Chucky smiling. But usually in the film he's speaking and not making too much.
Both have good animation. I mean, it's hard to say it's like crazy impressive because we saw it last year, but I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, I agree. And then we have the Bluetooth skeleton. We've already seen the demo. He literally has every single, you know, Grim movement.
He's literally Grim if he was perfect.
This is literally perfect Grim. And also we confirmed in the video that you can see for the demo, he does have the different eyes. It literally goes spiral like halfway through the animation.
Like Grim is literally useless because this thing exists. It's a perfect prop to buy.
Yeah, no, this is what I would dare to say this is the perfect prop.
I may just sell my Grim this year just to get it easily.
It is the perfect prop, I think. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's...
Sell your clothes.
This is what a prop needs to be. It's customizable, has different options, and if you don't want it, and I like how if you don't want to record any phrases, it's got its own set of them.
What I just noticed in the video too is you can change the light effects, so you can have them strobe or be steady or change colors.
Oh yeah, like it has all the light options, eye options, movement options. And if you don't want to record your own lines, you can go ahead and just use the one it comes with.
Well, overall, he's one of my favorites of the year too. Like he's definitely like probably one I'm most intrigued to get. And then next after that we have the Barber demo, in which he does what I expected. It's kind of just like Soul Stealer or Skin. We've seen it before, Soul Slasher. We saw that last year.
I knew it.
And then same with the Butcher, and then same with the Servo Witch. She has like the arm wrist movement, and then she has a servo head.
She's not as crazy as I thought she was gonna be. She's still fine.
I still think it's good, but
I still think it's really good.
I don't know if I'll buy it.
I'd consider it.
I'm trying to hold off from doing witch stuff.
I'd consider it. She's cool.
I already have Lethal Lily, so I don't know if I need another one.
If it's under on sale, I'd buy it.
Yeah, she was on sale. Cause like it's basically just like, I guess, a lot better Servo Crone Witch. Like it's kind of like the gap between Servo Crone Witch and Lethal Lily.
Like in terms of like generic looking witch, she's definitely one of the better ones. Like she has a better aesthetic, I will say.
For sure. But yeah, she's pretty cool. And now we're back into the front where we see the Fisherman, and he's a reskin of an older one from about 2 years ago.
In my opinion, nothing crazy, but better than last year's.
I don't really care for either Fisherman, but I think he's fine-ish.
Yeah, he will go well with the shark this year. And like the one thing I still can't like, when I look at him, I always think of like the 1,000-yard stare meme with the soldier. That's all.
But in the background, you can actually see
the. I don't have to mention the shark. He's peak.
Oh yeah, the shark is peak.
The soul arch we can see strobing too, so I assume that has light settings on it.
Which is cool because the other ones, like like the pumpkin's desperate, needed like the white option, but I think that this guy has it.
Yeah, the shark is also peak. He is static though, but he looks a lot better in the front.
The pirate ship is peak too. I mean, same movement as the original.
Yeah,
but
I really like.
I think I prefer the aesthetics of this one though.
I think this pirate ship is way better than the original. I think the mermaid part is way better. So,
yeah, it just looks a lot more detailed.
Yeah, the mermaid is definitely an improvement for me. And then I was also shocked with I think it's the Pack Reaper with the scroll. Honestly, he's kind of solid for what he is. I think he's actually pretty decent.
I think, I wouldn't buy it, but I think, when we're talking about, cheap props, part of the budget, I actually think he's one of the more serviceable.
If he's $99, that is absurd.
Because to me, I don't think the Barber's that great. I don't really think the Butcher Pig one is that great, but I actually think this one is, decent for what you pay for.
Yeah, if it's $100 and, that's honestly really good. I think that's a good...
Yeah, obviously I wouldn't buy it because it's not my type of a prop, but I think it's...
For starter displays, they have a lot of starter display stuff.
Yeah, I still really like the design of it. I like the scroll, I like the scythe. I think honestly...
It's probably going to be outdoor, because
decent.
did a lot of outdoor stuff last year.
And then next after that, we have the Skelly Groundbreaker, in which he moves forward on a track. Overall, the movement is actually pretty good. He's more of, what I thought he would be a lot more faster. He's kind of more of just a ambient piece than a scare, which was I initially thinking, because I was thinking immediately, oh, Scare Factory, but no, I mean, he's still really good. I still really like the idea of doing it. I mean, he could be a bit slower than he should be, since it's a sample, maybe, but it's probably not going to be that much faster. I think it's more of just an ambience piece, but overall, he's obviously still really cool.
Obviously, compared to the Scare Factory one, it's, nothing comparable, but I think this one works better as just a slower piece, because in graveyards, you see often, Groundbreakers or Tombstone that move very slowly. I think
I'm so happy with it, because, my expectations... my expectations weren't as high as some people were expecting it to be, exactly like the Scare Factory one, and that's not possible for Home Depot, but... I think it's cool if you have it, if you're a skeleton crawling out of the dirt, obviously it's going to be pretty slow.
And the next was a really unexpected one that I'm glad that is good. The Gravedigger is actually probably one of my favorites that Home Depot has done.
I think the Gravedigger, aside from one collector, is the best, Gravedigger.
Yeah, I'd say, this and the 2020 one they did, the first one. This is, I'd say this is better, but those are, the only two I kind of liked.
Everybody was talking about how good, the 2020 through 2022 version was, that model, and I think it's fine, but I don't think it ever did anything too crazy. I think this one actually is a good Gravedigger.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I really like
that. I like how the retracting head still fits with the prop, so it looks like he's pushing him back into the ground. So all the animation is good. The reset and the pop up.
Next we have the zombie trio stack, which is it's all right. The only one is the bottom one sounds so normal. It's weird. He's hello,
it's
me.
Fun. They're a fun prop, but I still don't really think that.
Yeah, they're a Halloween party prop.
I still like the detail on them. I think the detail on them is actually pretty good.
I still don't really like them that much, but I think they're a fun piece.
It's a cool Halloween party prop.
I would never use it in a haunt or buy it, but I think it's a fun, mediocre fine piece.
If you're having people over, just throw that up.
We got the bride from the Bride of Frankenstein. She has moving eyes and her head is servo. Still kind of underwhelming for me. I thought she would do a bit more, but I mean, obviously she's really, really good.
So I mean, I'm glad she still has some of the movements from the Frank, but I still think she's fine. I don't think she's anything crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't think she really needs to be. She's more of just a scene piece for the monster.
And she never talks in the movie or anything, so that's why she doesn't have mouth movement. But
I would have been fine if they made the mouth move, just her kind of getting used to being alive, but I get why it's not there, obviously, but could have done a little bit more to to save that, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it's kind of like Jack and Sally. Sally's obviously less cooler than Jack.
This is an accessory piece.
Yeah, it's a piece that you'd put with Frank to make Frank stand out more, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty much, I think, hopefully the end of the managers meeting. I don't think there's anything else that exists.
Coming soon?
Please let there be no part 6.
Unless we get Home Depot Christmas videos.
Unless we get Home Depot Christmas, I am not doing another video on this. This is the most I've uploaded in a whole year. I've done it 5 days in a row. But I mean, Home Depot, I had to come back from Home Depot. They're the greatest of all time right now. They're on like a goat run, like genuinely.
I still think this is probably my favorite line of props. Like,
it's my favorite, just because the 2 Bluetooth pieces and all, like...
I don't think there's been a year from like Home Depot or just in general where I already know I want like over 10 props, like 10 to 15.
Jeez, bro's going crazy. Oh my gosh.
Like,
God bless Lance Allen once again. Oh my gosh. And then shout out to Halloween Hunter and Ben Autastic. Ben has been here for every single video, and then Chad got here for the last 2 videos.
We're gonna be here for part 6. Thank you, Home Depot.
Alright guys, hopefully this is the last video. Thank you, Home Depot. And remember guys, Halloween Hunter owns Dr. Neil's prototype.
Yes. Shout out Lance Allen.
So does Lance Allen.
The
Jack-o'-lantern.
The Shack-o'-lantern. Whoa!
Hey, 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 hey.